the way, you should have your emergency brake on through all of this. I should have warned you that in the beginning. Here I am again. Today we're going to look, I got a car stereo here that I installed a couple weeks ago, and I actually installed it about a couple years back, maybe 5 years ago actually, now that I think about it. Anyways, point is, when I first installed it, it didn't work. I had someone take a look at it for me, and they said that the ground was bad, and they did a new ground for me, and everything seemed fine for years. I never thought anything of it. I put a new radio in, a Bluetooth unit, Blaupunkt. I'll do a review on that shortly. I kind of like the unit. I wish I'd have gotten the next step up, but it's alright. Anyways, I put the new unit in, and when I did, I noticed that there was an extra wire in there with a piece of tape on it that, from what I deduce, must have been taped to a metal piece, which I assume is a part of the chassis of the car. I don't really know. And I tried turning it on, nothing happened. I touched that wire to the metal chassis, turned it on, fired right up. So that tells me that that's the ground wire, and that instead of running a proper ground, he used a piece of electrical tape and just stuck it to the side. That reminds me that I don't have any electrical tape in here. So, oh yes I do. Thought I had it still in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a new ground. Well, not a new ground. I'm going to tap into the ground on the cigarette lighter. And at the same time, this should help you if you go to install a stereo in your Frontier, because I'll show you all the stuff you need to get it in and out. So let's get to it. Hopefully the light stays good here. It's a little bit overcast today. Get rid of this. And I guess your first step should be make sure you got plenty of room for this stuff here. Sorry, let me get this angle just a little better. There we go. First stuff first. Get all this crap out of here. It's going to be in your way. And first thing you're going to need to do, grab right under here, give it a shot. It's going to feel like it's going to break if you stay weak with it, but if you give it a good shot, it'll pop out. And next thing you're going to need to do is you're going to have to turn on your key, and you're going to need to drop this down somewhere low and shut her off. And then this needs to come back up and to the side, and oh geez, did it stop taping? And I may cut a little bit of that out if I have to. So we got this off. Your next step is, how did this come out again? Can't remember. It should be easy. And we're back. I remembered what it was. There are a few screws here. Hopefully the light's good. If you look down here, there's a screw here, and then that one I must have left out. And up by the radio, if you look right here, and right there, let me get some light. Oh, there we go. That should be coming through now. So we're going to pop those out. Phillips bit. And now, there we go. Comes out, vent pieces come with it, and you're going to want to be careful. There are some wires. Here's the cigarette lighter, and on the lower side down in here, this is for your emergency blinkers, and there's a little clip there you're going to have to push down on in order to pop it out, and this one should just pull right out. Oh, I was wrong. It's not going to just pull right out. You're going to have to get on the side, there's a couple of little clips you're going to need to squeeze in. I guess it's just the one clip there. And down here, find my screwdriver I brought out with me. And I guess I didn't bring my good one. Hopefully I can get it with this one. That's the clip. There we go. Right out. That whole thing pops out. And let's try to get a little closer here. There we go. That looks like a good shot. And that's right, there's some screws in here as well. If you look to the left of the radio, there's one here. This one seems to be missing. Oh, no, it's a little bit higher. It's up there. There's one on the bottom, and then there's one on the top. From my angle, I couldn't see it. And then on the right, we've got the same thing. Bottom, top. I'm gonna pop those out. Radio is now free. Slide her out. See. That red collar, if you look, that is the connector under the tape. I just kind of put it back like that since it's been like that for years. My buddy was supposed to help me fix it. He hasn't, so I looked up what I needed to do online and we're going to do it here. So I'm going to pop that sucker out. So we got plenty of length here, which is nice. Snip this off right here. Again, this is our ground wire. And I'm going to strip it, cut that outer layer. Off the sheathing. And that is good. And now this is from our 12-volt cigarette lighter. This is the black wire is our ground. The red wire is hot. So we're just going to splice right into our ground wire here. We're going to strip both sides of it. And then we're going to splice all three of these together. Like so. Just real good and tight here. Fold it down a little bit. Get our electrical tape here. And we're going to tuck that wire back. Going to replace. Oh, while we're in here, basically this is your wiring harness that comes out of the back of the radio in case you need to install your whole radio. And you basically just attach all the wires to your car's factory harness here. Before I get any further, everything's hooked up. Let's do a test here to make sure everything's fine. Got to put it into park. Well, that's no good. That means it didn't work. Fuck. Let's see what's going on. Fuck. How did that not work? It's gotta be. Shit. You know what? Let me try something else. Maybe that needs to be plugged in. Oh, as long as I got it open again, just in case you didn't see before. That's the wiring harness, and I forgot to plug back in. And this is the antenna. I don't know if you guys got to see that. I might have been accidentally covering that with my shoulder the first time. So, that's in. Wiring harness goes in. wires back. And of course the wires aren't getting in the way anymore because they're properly clipped into the back of the stereo like they should be. Radio's up. They're all fixed. I'm going to shut this off and we're going to run all our screws back in. By the way, you should have your emergency brake on through all of this. I should have warned you that in the beginning. There it is. And that is how you run a new ground wire for your car stereo.